Guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. My dear friends, grab a seat, pour yourself a cup of coffee if you can, because what I'm about to lay here in this video is not just commentary, guys. It is a battle cry. It is the raw, unfiltered truth that the mainstream media, those spineless gatekeepers on shows like Good Morning Britain, tried to soften with their pitting smiles and empty platitudes. But we see it, we feel it. At least I do, and I'm not even British. So a few days ago, on the sacred eve of Remembrance Sunday, a 100-year-old lion named Alec Penstone has roared louder. Boom! There it is. The brutal honesty of a man who stared down the Nazis on HMS Campania during D-Day, who lost brothers in the mud and blood of Normandy, who came home to build a life only to watch it all crumble under the weight of betrayal. And what do the hosts do? The hosts of the mainstream media, they rush to console him. Look at that woman. What's her name? Kate Garraway. Oh, Alec, we are so grateful for your bravery. As if gratitude fixes a nation that has been sold out from under its own people. But Alec is not looking for pats on the back. He's not here for that, okay? He is weeping for the ghost of Britain. The Britain his father fought for in the trenches of World War I. The same Britain he himself fought for in World War II. And in that moment, he speaks for every single patriotic Brit who wakes up every day feeling like strangers in their own homeland. This is not hyperbole, guys. This is the canary in the coal mine finally killing over. And the gas is multiculturalism on steroids, mass immigration unchecked, and a ruling class, native-born traitors included, who have turned the British green and pleasant land into a no-go zone for the very people it was built to protect. Alec didn't name any culprits on air, guys. But we all know what he is saying. Oh, we know what he's talking about. We do. We know what he's saying. Streets that used to be safe for evening stroll, now patrolled by grooming gangs and knife-wielding thugs. Pubs that echoed with laughter, now drowned out by foreign chants and the wails of siren. And a cultural fabric so frayed that even wearing a puppy gets you labeled far-right by the woke brigade on ITV. Remember those ITV stars ditching their puppies last month? Kevin Maguire and his ilk, too impartial to honor the dead while preaching diversity sermons. It is a disgrace, a spit in the eye of every man who stormed the beaches. And to clarify, guys, let me make it clear, okay? This video is not even talking about just these veterans' heartbreak. Rather, it is more about the symptom of a cancer eating away at the heart of the British identity. Alec fought for freedom. He did. Freedom to live as British people, under British laws, preserving British history, culture, and values. What did those boys die for on the fields of Flanders and the decks of sinking ships? Not for a Britain where your granddaughter cannot even walk to school without a male chaperone for fear of being raped, dragged, or worse. Not for a nation that has become the rape capital of Europe, with recorded rapes skyrocketing over 70,000 in 2024 alone, up from a fraction of what that was when Alec was a lad. And don't give me that UN nonsense about not comparing stats because of cultural differences. That is simply code for excusing the inexcusable. No, the numbers don't lie. Foreign nationals, many from cultures that treat women as second-class citizens, are overrepresented in these horrors. Just look at the grooming scandals, okay? Rotherham, Rochdale, Telford, where thousands of British girls were preyed upon by organized Pakistani gangs, covered up by the same police. Police that is terrified of racism label. Baroness Cassie's 2025 audit admits it. 28.5% of child sexual abuse cases involve exploitation. And while the media screams mostly white offenders to whitewash it, the truth remains that these group-based atrocities are a direct import from failed states, enabled by open borders and spineless leaders. And the demographic shift? It is not enrichment, guys. It is not cultural enrichment. It is erasure. You've got third world enclaves where English is a foreign tongue, where Sharia patrols intimidate the British people, and where British values mean nothing if you were not born in Britain. Alec's generation built Britain, on sweat, on sacrifice, and a shared story, okay? From Agincourt to the Blades. But now, it is fragmented into a babel of loyalties, where newcomers wave their old flags louder than the Union Jack. You have people who have no allegiance to the country, to Britain, who have no love or respect for Britain being made citizens. People who clearly don't care whether the country gets destroyed because, of course, it is not their country. So-called British citizens who would hop on the first flight out of Britain to their respective countries if Britain burns. People like this.
If a war was to break out, would you fight for this country?
Absolutely no way. This ain't my country. I might be a British citizen, but I'm here just to live and be at peace. I'm not here to fight no one else's battles, you know what I mean?
So some people might say, you've been raised here, you've got the fruits of the country, maybe you should defend it.
Tell that to your Marjay, bro. Your Marjay grew up here too, like, your family grew up here. Tell your family to go to the war, innit? Me and my family are taking the first plane out there. Out there.
Okay.
Gone.
This is the blueprint, guys. This is the truth the BBC would not air. The truth the Guardian won't print. And Keir Starmer will not admit. These people don't love Britain. Yes, they colonize it, they invade it, they claim it, they milk it. But when the bill comes due, when the bombs fall, when the streets burn, when the nation needs real men to stand in the gap, like Alec did on D-Day, they're on the first flight out of Britain. And here is the knife in the heart, guys. They have somewhere to go. They have Somalia, Pakistan, Albania, Nigeria, Afghanistan, Syria, India, you name it. They have got a homeland, a real one, a blood and soil nation where their ancestors are buried, where their language is spoken, where their culture thrives. And what about Alec's grandchildren? What about your kids? What about the real Brits, the native people, the people whose DNA is woven into that soil, from Stonehenge to Scapa Flow? What about you guys? Do I need to tell you this as an African? You have nowhere else to go. If Britain falls, if the streets become Mogadishu, if the churches become mosques, if the Union Jack is torn down and replaced with foreign flags, you don't get to go back. There is no back. This is the back. This is the last stand. Your last stand. Britain is your back. You just saw your fellow Brit and how he loves Britain. You saw him, right? All they know is take, 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 and take. But when push comes to shove, they're out. On the first boat out. No allegiance for the country that housed him, fed him, gave him citizenship papers. No sacrifice from these fair-weather Britons, okay? They'd sooner flee than fight, leaving the likes of Alec's grandchildren to clean up the mess. You've got homegrown Christians like Sadiq Khan, turning London into a caliphate audition. You've got the BBC suites who censor dissent as hate speech, okay? They've destroyed the fabric. Schools where kids learn more about Eid celebrations than about Empire Day. Streets where a Union Jack gets you arrested faster than a machete. And a military that is so woke that it is recruiting drag queens instead of drilling defenders. Walk through any city center now, and you see the council estates turned into migrant hotels. But you find homeless British veterans, men who stormed Normandy, who liberated Belsen, sleeping under bridges, while 21-year-old asylum seekers from safe countries get 4-star accommodation, 50 euros a week pocket money, and a priority housing, guys. Look around you, especially if you're British. You find British pensioners skipping meals to pay energy bills. British families on 10-year council waiting lists. British girls afraid to walk home after dark. Meanwhile, boatloads of fighting-age men storming Dover, coached to say asylum, handed free lawyers, free phones, free bus passes. Entire streets in Leicester, in Bradford, in Luton, no-go zones for white Brits. Grooming gangs, 96% non-white, 84% Muslim in the major scandals, still operating because police people fear racism charges more than they fear raped children. And when you point it out, guys, when you call out the nonsense, they say you are far right. Oh, you're a bigot. You are this phobic and that phobic. I can hear the snowflakes here even as I'm making this video. But diversity is our strength, guys. A muddy diversity. Is it? Well, tell that to the 1,500 girls in Rotherham destroyed by grooming gangs while the council looked away. Tell that to the British dad in Leeds who lost his home to a refugee of 8 family. Tell that to Alec Penstone who fought Nazis so his great-granddaughter could live in a country where she needs a male escort to buy milk. Guys, this has little to do with immigration, okay? This is invasion. Invasion by invitation. This is ethnic cleansing with a smile. The numbers do not lie. Net migration into Britain, 745,000 in just 2023. Highest number in history. 1 in 6 people living in England and Wales are born abroad. And the number keeps rising, okay? London is 41% white British, down from 80% just in 1991. In Birmingham, in Leicester, Slough, you have minority white British already. And the native birth rate, crashing. White British women produce 1.5 kids per household, and Muslim women, 2.9. So do the math. In 50 years, guys, you people are gone, unless you act. Now listen, guys, I don't hate anyone, okay? And I'm not against immigration. But if this were happening to my country, or to any other country in Africa or Asia or anywhere else, best believe I will still raise my voice against it with even more passion than you're witnessing right now. I feel this hero's pain. Alec Penstone, I feel your pain. Alec didn't cry because he's old. He cried because he sees the truth. He says he fought for freedom, and it's a damn sight worse now. He sees his grandchildren's future stolen. He sees his nation's soul sold for votes. He sees his sacrifice spat on by people who will never bleed for his country. So dear British people, guys, you have to fight now. And how do you do that? You do that by speaking out and supporting strong voices that speak out. Demand that all these illegals be deported and also end this asylum abuse because it is being abused. Also, prioritize natives both in housing, in jobs, in healthcare. The Brits must be first. It is that way everywhere else in the world. Why is it different in Britain? Enforce assimilation. 1 language, 1 law, 1 loyalty, and then failure to assimilate equals automatic deportation. Prosecute grooming gangs, guys. No more cultural sensitivity. Life means life, okay? Teach real history. Teach empire, victory, sacrifice, pride, not shame. And vote for Britain. No more labor, no more Tory traitors. Reform, patriot, Britain first. And as always, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.